It's Rich with Rich Baum Photography with yet another tips and tricks tutorial for real estate photography. A lot of conversation and comments have always been made on whether or not to get a tilt shift lens. And I think I've always said I don't think there's any reason you need a tilt shift, but if you can afford one, it certainly is a wonderful tool. And I'm going to show you in this tutorial how to do what we call a fake tilt shift. And to be honest, if you did a fake tilt shift and a real tilt shift, you would see very little difference. There is a difference because you're cropping off a lot of your image, so you're going to get a smaller image uh, quality wise. But it's a very viable thing, especially for real estate. The only real negative is you need a lot of extra room to do it, and I'll show you why. So here's a shot I did for Pulte Homes a year or so ago, and it's a good example of a tilt shift looking shot. And now this is not with a tilt shift. This is before I had a tilt shift, so I guess it was about 3 years ago. But when you shoot kitchens like this, especially with a new home or a model home like this is the look that they really want. They want it to look down on the cabinets, look down on the countertops. They want to see behind the countertop. And if you had a regular shot without a tilt shift, or you didn't do a fake tilt shift, you would get a lot of ceiling if you shot this without a tilt shift or without tilting down. But we're going to show you now how to do this. So here is the frame that I actually shot to get the end result. Again, you can see the end result here. And this is what my shot looked like before. My composition looked like before I did the cropping. But I knew in advance that I would need to shoot this wide because I'm going to crop a lot off, especially because when you fix it, I'm going to show you right now, when you fix it, you'll see what happens. And once you understand it and you have the forethought to, to know what it's going to look like, it's a very effective tool. Again, you need a lot of extra room, and it's kind of a hassle, but it is totally doable, not hard at all. And I'll show you a couple of them I did here. So here we go, and what I had here is I put my camera up probably around my chin. I'm about 5'10", so about 5 feet up, and I tilted it down. And this would not be acceptable for a real estate or any shot in what we do because of the verticals. You can see the converging verticals. Anyway, I'm just going to go over here in Lightroom, and just so everybody knows, I do the majority of my perspective correction in Lightroom. I do very little of it in Photoshop, but more advanced stuff I need to do in Photoshop. So right here, and I've got it set up so I see grid lines when I go down to lens correction. But I'm just going to go in manual because when it's extreme like this, I find the basic profiles aren't really gonna do the trick. So all I have to do is take my vertical, and I'm just gonna straighten it out. Okay, it's not gonna be perfect. I can actually see I think I might have done extra work in Photoshop, but you're gonna get the idea. Okay, so when you fix it, now you've got all this you've got to crop out, so you know that you've got to shoot wider. So basically, to get that shot, the framing that I wanted was probably about this, right about there, right about there. Bring the floor up a little bit, bring the ceiling down a little bit, and there you go. Okay, it's not perfect, and I would have to, I think I'm going to have to fix it in Photoshop, but I'm not going to deal with that today. Anyway, it gives you the idea though. This is the tilt shift, and it came from, and actually let me see what I did here. I must have fixed this in Photoshop. So anyway, but you get the idea. I think I cropped it a little bit more up here. So there we go. Okay, anyway, that is one shot I did, and let's move on to another one. And this is another good example. This is another shot from this shoot. And let me go right here. And this, let me see if, no, here, I want to use this one. Here is the end result. And it's giving you the same, you'll start to notice what a tilt shift shot looks like. It has a look that you realize one day in your work that you really need to get that look. And I think I really realized it when I did research on this photo shoot. I looked at other Pulte homes and I noticed they were all either using tilt shifts or doing fake tilt shifts. So I knew going into this, I did the fake tilt shift probably on 20 shots that day. It was a very long day, delivered a lot of photos. Anyway, here is the shot before, and it's kind of cool because I didn't even move my camera bag because I knew I wasn't going to use it. Okay, so basically I'm going to do the same thing, and don't worry about this down here. This was a masking issue I had because I probably took several images to get this final image, and it left a ghost in there, but such is life. Anyway, I'm going to the vertical again, and I'm going to bring it right about there. Then I'm going to bring this maybe right here, and right here. There we go. So now you see how to do a fake tilt shift. This is the, I think this might be the final image. We ended up doing window replacements for all of these because it was not finished outside. But anyway, and it was a few years ago, so it wasn't my best work. But you'll see here that this is what we did. I'm going to go through and find, I think I've got one more. Here's a good one. Okay, this is not a shot I want to use. Let's see here. I might just have to bow out and say that's the one we're going to go with because I can't find. Oh, here's another one. Let me see here. You can, nope, not another one. So let's see if I can find another one in here. Oh, here, yeah, okay. There's what I did, and I can't find the file, so let me see what I can do. It's an older shoot. Anyway, here we go. I'm not worried about anything in the picture, exposure-wise or anything. I'm just going to show you perspective-wise. And basically, we just go vertical, straighten the verticals out, and then we do a crop like this. I'm going to do it all together. Let's see here. Bring it in here. Okay, there we go. Not perfect by any means, but you get the idea. And I think that this was the final shot, so it was cropped in a little tighter. There we go. Okay, anyway, so now you see how to do a fake tilt shift, and it's a pretty handy tool. So anyway, this is Rich Baum Photography signing off, and if you have any questions, leave a comment, leave a question, and leave a thumbs up and a nice comment. But you guys have all been great. I really feel good about helping people, and these are real basic tutorials, but I hope they're to the point. Let me know your feedback. Talk to you later. Bye.